certainly be very challenging to try new characters in Granblue Fantasy, especially because you are forced to level up the mastery points of those characters. On top of that, you have to level the characters up. There's like many things that you need to consider if you're going to play a new character. So in this video, I'm going to give you my top best options. None of them is better than the other. Some of them are going to be my favorite. I'll guide you through each and every single one of you, and I'll tell you why and what and how you're going to get out of this thing. Some of them are going to be locked behind the endgame. Some of them are going to be something like mid-game. But I think that the main purpose of this thing is going to be either leveling up your character or leveling up the mastery points of your character. Remember that you do need to have 100% into the offense and defense of your mastery points for your characters for you to be able to tackle on into the real endgame of the game, which is Proud's difficulty. Now, that being said, the very first one that I have for you right here, it's on the Maniac difficulty, and it is going to be the very first quest, which you can find right here, the Slime Pit. And this is my favorite, because you're not only going to get amazing sigils for your character, I do believe that they are randomized. Sometimes you will get legendary sigils out of this thing. One thing that I like about this is that you can get a legendary potion hoarder, which is one of the sigils that I advise for every single endgame character to have at least one on the belts. But not only that, you're going to get like around 800 mastery points each time that you complete this quest, and it is going to take you like 3 minutes to complete this thing. If you sum it up, essentially you're going to get like 30 to 40k mastery points per hour, meaning that in a white session you could possibly max out your characters in like I'd like to say like 6 to 7 hours of grinding this thing right here. It does get a little bit repetitive. You only have to kill slimes. It is not difficult. You're not going to get knocked down like and at this point, the only thing that matters is like how's your build set up right here. How much damage are you going to deal? Ranged characters I'd advise that are very good for this method right here. But also from this place, you're going to get experience, like experience books, silver, more than anything. You're also going to get copper, but yeah, there's that. And if you're farming consistently this thing, and you want to use a brand new character, just run this thing for, I'd say, like 20 times. It should yield you, not only is it going to give you silver books, silver scrolls, but by doing this thing like 20 times, it is going to give you like 10 silver scrolls and like around 40 or 50-ish of the copper ones, and that should be more than enough to level up a character all the way to level 100. It does take quite a while if you want to level up each and every single one of the characters, so there's that to be considered. And then we have Golemology 102, Volcanic Golems. It is a very hard difficulty quest, meaning that around level 50, 60-ish you can enter into this place. As for the masteries that you should have, it should be like completed like around 40 to 50%. So you can start this thing very early. And as a matter of fact, this is a very good quest line to get overpowered if you are just beginning, you're not on the end game yet, and you want to overpower each and every single one of your characters in your crew without having to do moving forward further into the story. This is the quest that you're going to need, because here you're going to get fire shards and earth shards. Then again, remember, you can access this thing very early on the game. Now the only thing that you need to do is come back to this NPC that I'm showing you on screen right now at this time, and you're going to, this is a repeatable quest. This NPC is going to request for fire and for earth shards, and you're going to get tons and tons and tons of them right here. You're also going to get like fire and earth shards. Those are the rewards of this quest. So you farm this thing for quite a while and then go back to this NPC. The thing is that to trigger the quest for this NPC to be turnable again, you have to exit the area and then come back. So yeah, that's actually takes quite a bit of time. So the only thing that you need to do is open up Lyria's journal, because that makes like a transition between areas. The quest is going to be available once again, and all you have to do at this point, it's just turn it over and over and over and over and over, and you're going to get lots and lots and lots of mastery points just by defeating this quest. Then again, remember, you can get every single one of your characters to 100% into the defense and offense of their mastery points, meaning that the extreme and maniac difficulty are just going to be a cake in the walk. Or, yeah, that thing. Let's move on to the next one. Now for the next one is very straightforward, very simple. You can do it like anytime. It doesn't have to be endgame, mid-game, pre-game, so anything like that. I'm going to be very straightforward with you. I do not want to waste your time. So let's go back into system, and in system you're going to go to game options. Into gameplay you're going to turn the loading screen skip to auto skip, meaning that every time that there's a quest screen, it's going to immediately going to trigger without you being to be there. Now the only thing that you need to do is after you finish a quest, you press X for the quest to repeat itself once again. It's going to repeat 10 times. And then the only next step that you need to do, regardless of the difficulty that you are playing on, it doesn't really matter what kind of difficulty you're playing on, you're going to go, for example, let's say right here, the slime pit is not going to work that much because the slimes are not going to attack you. But let's say these are just boss fights, so there's that. Let's say that we have a survival on extreme, right here, this one. I'd say this is a very, very good choice. You're going to get not only things from this place, you're going to get materials, you're going to get rewards, but you're also going to be completing this quest automatically because your characters are going to be... So you enter into this place, and then this is what's going to happen. You don't really have to do anything. Your characters, your crew members, they are going to do the heavy lifting for you. You have to defeat as many enemies as possible. Depending on how many enemies do you defeat, everything is going to work differently. But as you can see right here, I'm barely doing anything. Like, I'm just standing in here. So what you can do is just go out there, do your stuff, read a book, have a smoke, or have a drink, whatever you would like to do on your spare free time. And if you're a little bit burnt out of the farming, just stand in here and remember that it has to be a survival quest. If it is a defense quest, your characters are not going to defend it that well, and all you have to do is just plant yourself in here and let the game just over and over and over and over on this loop, and this is going to complete the quest line over and over and over and over again, yielding you materials, yielding you mastery points, experience, and a whole bunch of different stuff without you having to do anything. So this is AFK farming. So yeah, AFK farming, it's always nice. Remember to like the video if you like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, join the Discord, and if no one's told you today you're a gorgeous and beautiful person, you're indeed a gorgeous and beautiful, beautiful person. I will be seeing you goddamn gorgeous and beautiful people in the next one. Have a lovely, lovely day, and goodbye.